In this lecture, we will try to understand the page-wise characteristics as much as possible. The first thing that you need to understand is the distributional semantics and the statistical linguistics, because these both concepts are very important in the context of page-wise characteristics. The two algorithms, one is qualitative and the qualitative, are both algorithms work together to understand the relevance and the responsiveness of the article, because the checking quantities is a way much easier than the quality. In the qualitative arguments, we just count the words or the occurrences or the appearances or the just the word combination or the phrase combination to each other. To be able to do that, you can install these type of extensions, multi-find. For example, here we search the word water or write some of the words that appear in all the articles with the different distributions. For example, benefits, researches, or study, or we also use the university word. Now, if you see the articles, in all the paragraphs, the word water are mostly appear, and these specific words that are we use are consistently appearing. You also see these type of banners in between the article. These banners leak the page rank, and these are not recommended, and in the future it also affect the rankability of the website. One and other thing is that when we use or when we talk about the researches or studies, we use the numerical values in the sense of co-occurrences with the words. For example, if you see this specific study, the study conducted at Peking University entitled The Effects of Dehydration and Rehydration following 12 men who abstained from drinking water for 36 hours. So you can see here we use the numerical values with the study or the university or the research, these type of word combinations. And if I go to another research, according to the study published in the European Journal of Nutrition, certain mineral water rich in magnesium, you see or you remember the word magnesium, we also previously used it in the context of or with a combination of enzymatic reactions, and sodium improves bowel movement, frequency, and consistency during constipation, especially in the infants. The following mineral water brands profiled by the Fine Water Society contains high level of magnesium or sodium. My main point here is that we use also the numerical values with the researches and the different word combinations. Now, one main and important point here is that the phrase based indexing and the phrase coherences for the understanding the contextual flow. You will realize that some of the words that are appear inside all the articles with the different distributions like water or the benefits, but some of the words that we use for that specific section that are relevant on that specific area. Now, for example, we use the word constipation in this specific part, and the other words, if I see what are the co-occurrences or the word combinations that we are using here, are you see with the water. If we want to see the constipation, the word constipation in another section, you did not see anywhere, because we use just the word constipation for that specific section. For example, in the improved digestion section, we use the word digestion in this specific part, and we don't use the digestion in the rest of the article. And if you see here the word constipation in the section of digestion, so we use also time to time, because the word constipation is relevant to the digestion, that's why it appears in this specific part. And if I search the immunity or immune system, in that case you see the word immune did not appear in all the article, just in this specific part. Here another example, I take the word stone and it appears only in the kidney stone, helps for kidney stone. And if I take the acid, and it appears at the some places in all the article, but if I see the combination of acid with the uric, so it appears only in the kidney stone section, the uric acid. That also mean the kidney stone and the uric acid are unite together. If I search using the search operator uric and water and also the stone, so we see here the word combinations, and you see here the uric acid and these type of specific combinations. This is also called the natural language inferring. It is one of the most important concept in the natural language processing or understanding or the generation. If I visualize it with the paint, what I want you to understand it, for example, this is the web page and here are our macro context, for example, and these are the subsections in the articles. Some of the specific words like water or the benefits are appear in all the article, but some of the specific word that are relevant to that specific section, they are appear in the specific area. For example, here the word water, it appears in all the sections. And for example, here we have the word uric acid, it appears in this specific area in the section of kidney stone. For example, here the word we have like immune system or constipation. So these are the words that appear in that specific section. Here basically we play with the statistical linguistics and the distributional semantics by distributing these things for creating new co-occurrences or the new word combinations. Distributional semantics or the quantitative algorithms of the search engines, they are easier to work or trigger in the sense of initial ranking scores. So when it comes to the initial ranking, it is the important to give richer or more dense co-occurrences matrix to reflect our context in a better way. If you are able to do this in a really good way, or you can distribute these things in a proper or structured way, the initial ranking will be better. And once the initial ranking are good, all other ranking iterations, they are also giving you a better ranking score. That's why the initial ranking are the most important thing in the ranking algorithms. And that's why we are trying to give these specific type of, when we talk about here the mineral crystals, we also ask the calcium, uric acid, true white or crystalline. So in the next lecture, we will try to further understand the sentence structure a little bit further.